speaking of Alex Jones, dude, I mean, he's in the news yet again, man.
They got him this time.
They got him backed in a corner, dude.
Yeah.
So
We have some breaking news for you tonight as the InfoWars host and known conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has just moved to liquidate his personal assets to pay the families of the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre. Alex Jones owes those families more than $1.5 billion in damages over his repeated lies and claims that the shooting was a hoax. Joining us now is senior media reporter Oliver Darcy. And Oliver, I mean, tell us what's happening here and what this means for Alex Jones.
Well, for one, the families are going to hopefully see some money. They haven't seen a dime since these judgments came down, meaning that Alex Jones owes them $1.5 billion for telling this really heinous lie about the Sandy Hook shooting back in 2012. It also means that he's no longer eventually going to own InfoWars, which is this conspiracy empire that he's used for years and years to peddle all sorts of lies and conspiracy theories. He's eventually going to lose control of that. It is a little bit confusing because his company's in bankruptcy court and he's personally in bankruptcy court, but because he owns the company, it's part of his personal assets, this does mean he will lose control of the company.
Well, and can we just play this? We were all watching this moment of him on InfoWars the other day where he was seeming to cry about this situation that he was in.
I believe in my parents. I believe in humanity. And I just want to fucking stop these people. They gotta be stopped. We gotta stop them. So, at the end of the day, we're going to beat these people.
Him talking about the future of this company.
I think he sees the writing on the wall there, Caitlin, and he was talking all weekend about how this was likely possible, that he was going to get shut down, and now he is agreeing tonight in court to liquidate his personal assets, which again...
damn, that sucks, man.
Yeah. $1.5 billion.
So
how many fucking families?
It was several. It was multiple families.
I know. Yeah.
I can't remember the exact number. There was like 2 specifically that got really fucked up over all this. But yeah, $1.5 billion, man. I was reading that it is actually has like the record in the United States for being the highest valued civil suit, like on an individual.
I'm not surprised.
You know, because there's been some with like corporations and stuff like that, but this is on an individual.
Yeah.
So, and he's not even remotely worth that, man.
No.
You know, so
how does that work? I mean, he's just gonna give up all he has and then
files for bankruptcy and that's the end of it. They're just literally
so they just slapped an exorbitant fucking number on there.
To banks to shut him up for good. Yeah.
What he needs, I mean,
he could start back.
That's what I was gonna say. InfoWars 2.0.
Yeah, you just call it something else, file another LLC, and be done with it. I mean, they can't stop him from speaking.
Yeah.
You know, so
wars of. I mean, they put a fucking gag order on him talking about Sandy Hook specifically, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't agree with that, but they did do that while the court was going on and stuff like that. Like the judge was like,
fucking did that shit to Trump. So
yeah, so I don't agree with any of that shit. So. Because I'm a firm believer in free speech all around the board, even when it's speech that I don't like.
Yeah, because we all have the opportunity and the option to not fucking listen to it if we don't like it. So there's a goddamn idea no one knows about, apparently.
You know, and it's like you have to go out of your way to listen to Alex Jones now.
You really do.
He's banned on every platform. You have to go directly to his website. It's not like he's like really inconveniencing anyone. Like, you know,
he's not in your YouTube fine list or anything like.
Not like us popping up in your shorts.
Yeah.
Hey, fucker. You know. Like, but yeah, man, that's a lot of fucking money, man. And there's no way. I mean, he's gonna go bankrupt. But the thing about Jones is like he has like a lot of like wealthy friends.
Yeah,
that have
a lot of people like him. So.
You know, yeah. And I've always heard that like as a person, he's actually like a really good dude, like a really cool guy, like down to earth and shit like that. Like, but that a lot of it's just like a show, like a character that he plays or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what a lot of fucking people do.
It's hard to imagine, you know? But, you know, you see that shit in stand-up comedy, too, man. People will be like, a comedian will make a joke, and they'll be like, fuck that guy. And then he'd be like, oh, like
it's a
he
joke.
actually doesn't believe that.
Yeah.
Like, I have one about me being, like, pro-life. Pro-choice, sorry. And, like, you know, actually, like, actively going to get an abortion and stuff. That's never happened. I'm actually I'm pro-life in my personal life.
That's my story.
Yeah. Because I've always been like, I can't, like, I vote pro-choice. Like, okay, I can't decide for anyone else.
But you
in my
have your own personal
life,
fucking belief. Yeah.
I'm pro-life in my personal life. But I made a whole skit about it, and it was fine or whatever. I mean, you even saw that one. It was, it's not too bad, but like, people just think that like the character behind the screen is that's the real person.
Yeah,
it's not the real
some person would be like, oh, I fucking hate this guy's belief, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Which that's what everyone does now.
And it's like if you just actually talk to like the individual, then it's like, okay, it's different.
And then they like your example, for instance, if someone was like, fuck this guy, and then they heard your story, they'd be like, oh, cool, I think like him too. Like, all right, well, shut the fuck up then.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, punk bitch.
But like a lot of people don't realize that, man. Anything behind film, you just have to assume that's a character. And like
look at our fucking mainstream media, man. That shit's all bullshit.
But I don't know. When Jones was crying, though, do you think he was like crying? Like, why do you think he was crying? Do you think he was crying because he's about to be flat broke?
I mean, I'd be crying if I was going to be flat broke.
I think he's. What's he? Do you want to Google his net worth? His personal net worth and see what it is.
Although, I mean, I was trying to check and see if he was actually crying. I did see a tear, so I don't know. Do you think he was fake crying?
No, even if he wasn't remorseful for what he did, like I would be. If I was in his shoes and I wasn't remorseful for what I did, I would be crying about the fact that I'm about to be fucking homeless and flat broke.
I mean, I don't really know if he. I don't know if he should feel remorseful. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, that's like a sticky situation because whenever the shit happened and it went down, it was anytime something happens in America, conspiracy theories pop up. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not just Alex Jones. It's Reddit. It's
he just
Facebook.
has a big or he has a lot of people that listen to what he says.
And and there's always like some circumstantial like weird shit that happens. Like why didn't the police go into the fucking school in Uvalde, Texas? You know what I mean? Like what's going on there? And it's just like people ask questions. Or look at the 9/11 shit. Like were there explosions before the planes hit? I don't know. I saw videos of that.
Yeah.
Maybe there was, But, or jet fuel doesn't, heat up enough to melt steel beams. But
can't find his damn net worth, man. They all just talk about his fucking penalty.
He probably had a team scrub it
That's
off the
ridiculous.
internet. But,
can't find shit on the internet nowadays.
I think one time, I think I saw in the court case that he said he was only worth like $2 or $3 million personally.
I could see that, and then I'm sure his company has a good bit more than that. But, dude, not 1.5 billion.
So, the thing is like... He has this conspiracy theory show, or has it still, and he came out, and so I just believe it falls under free speech, right?
Yeah.
But you can't deny. All right, I guess what I'm trying to say is like it's a show. It is entertainment. You take it with a grain of salt. The people who did things legitimately, they committed crimes. So, like, if someone listened to a show, believed all this crazy shit, and then they went and they were physically harassing these families at their houses.
Because there were people that did that.
Yes.
They went to the grave sites and shit, and they went to where it was happening and was like, this is fake.
Those people should be punished because they broke a fucking law.
Yeah.
So, I think they're just going after the wrong person here,
I mean, it's not the same, but, I mean, fucking January 6th comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like... there are certain people who broke the law, but then there's people that had nothing to fucking do with it, and they got prosecuted extremely.
Yeah. But I will say this, man, like the families, because I watched like his court case and stuff. Like I felt bad for him, man. I really did, because it's like, there's no doubt these kids died. Like, they're killed, right? Like, I mean, like obviously, but fucking, like one father, I think he said he had to move 3 times. Like within a couple of years, and he was just like, "Dude, my kid fucking died." Like people were like,
and then he's getting harassed for that
nonstop.
Shit. Yeah, that's wrong. Like
he was like, people were trying to dig up my kid's grave, like they were stealing his tombstone, like they were just shit like that.
Fucked up.
And like I don't know, he handled that a lot better than I would, because I would have shot someone in the fucking face over that. You know what I mean? I think any jury in America would fucking let you off the hook for that.
I mean,
shit.
plus that's a fucking felony in the first place.
Yeah.
Desecration of a grave.
Yeah,
like. So, that's one of those like
once
super
again
messed up things.
They committed the fucking crime,
Yeah, not Alex wasn't out there with the shovel.
But could you argue that those families could have some sort of civil suit beef with Alex? Because what Alex got fined for, that wasn't criminal, that was civil, right?
Yeah.
So I could say yes, but I feel like $1.5 billion is excessive as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's setting a precedent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Can we just not do anything?
And it's not like Alex literally just focused straight on Sandy Hook. Like, that man has a conspiracy about everything under the sun.
And the fucked up thing is, he's been right more times than he's been wrong.
Yeah.
And I just think he got Sandy Hook wrong.
Yeah.
And who knows those judges, who knows who fucking appointed them, who got them in those, because Jones has scrutinized the fucking government
forever.
you know, and he has like called him out, and he has shown proof of them doing dirty shit, and they have tried to shut him up for years, and I think they just found a way to twist the knife, dude. And who knows who went to go visit those families and be like, we'll help you out with free legal representation. Like, who's paying those bills? Like, who's doing all that shit, you know? But fuck it, who knows, man? It's
there's a lot of that shit going around nowadays too, man.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. You know, I mean, did Jones fuck up? Sure,
he did.
Can't deny it.
He did.
Know?
But is the crime worth the time in this situation?
Does the punishment fit the crime?
Yeah.
Because like in my mind, that's equivalent to like shooting someone in the face because they were jaywalking.
Even
you know what I mean?
Like $1.5 billion, like there's never even been a goddamn mass murderer that got anything relatable to that punishment, dude. Like financial to like, even if you do put a value on a human life, which you can, as far as like this man killed this many people, he gets this many years in prison or the death sentence.
That or like the insurance companies do it all the time.
Yeah, 1.5, like that's a lot of. That's more
it's
than
a lot of scratch, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. It's a sticky situation because I like to argue the free speech aspect. You know what I mean? But then also, I'm not a fucking monster, and I understand these families went through like horrible fucking tragedies and also horrible shit that came. And then was Jones like a big proprietor of that? Yes, but he wasn't the only one saying this shit.
No, I mean, they had full-on documentaries.
They made documentaries about it, dude.
Multiple documentaries saying that shit was fake, and Alex had nothing to. I mean, I
watched one, and it was so believable.
Dude, I watched one too. Yeah, it was probably, it could have been the same one, but dude, it was very convincing.
You know, I was like, holy shit, and that's kind of what pissed me off. I was like, why did you just pick this one guy to go after? This one guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're trying to send a fucking message and just scare people, man, you know, and who knows? I like to think it's some degree has like a deal of retaliation because he scrutinized the government and presidents in the past and stuff like that. And I think, you know,
they finally found something that they could nail his ass to the wall for.
And historically, he's been right more than he's been wrong, dude. And he's just caught the government doing some dirty shit. And he's named people by name, like, you know.
Yeah, because he's gotten hold of information that is true.
He has a whole whistleblower program on his website where you can like email him and it's all encrypted apparently. It's all safe and stuff like that, man. So, but I don't know. So
okay, if you were in his position, what would you do? Would you just lay down and never do anything again, or would you start InfoWars 2.0?
I would fucking sell everything. I'd liquidate everything as fast as humanly possible, give them all the fucking money, be bankrupt, not have a fucking dollar to my name, and then I would fucking go and I would talk to all my fucking buddies. I'd get more fucking starter cash, and I would start InfoWars 2.0 LLC.
Yep.
And I would just be like, got a new studio, basically in the same goddamn place. Probably buy that studio.
yeah,
you know, like, and just do that.
You're like, hey, don't be taking none of this shit off the walls. I'll be here in a couple weeks.
But you know, if he did that, do you realize like he would be able to come back with a vengeance, and he would have more followers and more people buying his product?